Alright, so unless you've been living under a rock lately, if you've played Dokkan Battle in the past few days, you have realized that the Vegito got released prematurely and was completely glitched out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, link will be in the card in the top right about now. Feel free to click that, go watch that video and come back. Basically, for lack of a better way of saying it, is the card was fully released, unfinished, and Bandai released this message onto the global player base claiming that it was basically on purpose to help you farm the specials and that it was an unfinished character. But they tried to play it off, they did it on purpose. But it's very a silly notion to think that they did release this on purpose, because if you know anything in the past, they release things with notices in the news. They give you some kind of heads up, and if you're on the JP side, they've released LRs without telling people, but on the global side, they're pretty more forthcoming with stuff like that. But basically, this character was released into the game files. We can tell it was an accident. The general player base widely knows this is an accident given how broken the card was. And if you know his leader skill, you can also tell it was a complete accident because his category was not supposed to be in the game, but it got released in the game when they fixed his card just now. So that's happening. If you think about it, they had to do this lie in order to compensate the players less. And what I mean by that is basically if you say it's on purpose and you just messed up the card itself, you only have to compensate 1 stone, which they did. If you say that it's completely broken, it was an accident, and we have to remove the card and therefore remove it from everyone's accounts, essentially, that requires a lot more compensation in the end, which I can tell Bandai did not want to do in this scenario, so they just bit the bullet, released the category leader skill to go along with fixing the card, because the farmable Vegito does have the leader skill for Boo Saga category lead. So they bit the bullet, they released that, they fixed the card obviously, and then they're just going to leave it up. So the gist of it is they lied for the sake of giving out less compensation, because removing this card from everyone's account would result in a lot more compensation, which would kind of take away from their money pot a little bit. I think they should have just bit the bullet and then given a lot more compensation and fixed the card, but that's just me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, why you think they did this, if you think it was an accident or not. I've been your host, LubeMan of YTRI, and I will catch you guys in the next one.